Okay, Jason. West Indies, India tomorrow. How is the team looking? We know they have some injuries. Dre Russ is out, of course, but we've seen that Sil Amris is here. Is he likely to be playing tomorrow and opening? How is Evan Lewis in terms of his fitness?
Yeah, firstly on Evan. Evan had a scan and nothing showed up. He trained today. I guess we'll make an assessment tomorrow morning and we'll see how he pulls up. In terms of the squad, I think everybody's upbeat for the occasion. Playing India is always a big game for West Indies and we're looking forward to it. I think for us we need to finish the campaign as best as we possibly can and our objective is just to win all 3 games.
India has always been a good game for West Indies. When you look at how their trajectory is going, do you realistically think that the West Indies have it in them that they can actually go and win?
Yeah, I think at the start of this tournament, we all match up every single team, and most captains said that it's a competition where once you play good cricket on any given day, anyone can beat anyone, and it's just a matter for us to put together a complete game. We've shown glimpses here and there of what we can produce, and as a side, we just haven't brought it together, collectively more often than not, and it's hurt us in the games before. So yeah, tomorrow's another opportunity for us to bring it all together and play a perfect game.
Jason, what's it been like since you've had 2 defeats that have literally, first one with the ball against Bangladesh, one with the bat against New Zealand. What's it been? These are sort of campaign destroying ending sort of defeats. How has the team dealt with it, knowing that your chances of progressing now are very, very slight and based on so many other things? How have you managed?
Yeah, it has sunk in. It's been 2 crushing defeats, and we felt them drastically over the last couple of days. But it's a situation where learning must take place. I think it's just significant for everybody just to draw on their own resources, look themselves in the mirror and try to make sure that learning takes place. And it's a matter for us just to keep going. There's no point to drop our heads. We've got 3 games left in this campaign, and we've just got to win all 3 games.
Hi Jason, since the ball has not swung or seemed quite significantly, you think there is more incentive for bowling Yorkers in these conditions? Yeah,
no. I mean, they're pretty big fields. We played few games on some massive fields and some massive square boundaries. And if you put the grounds into context, most of the guys have used the wicket quite nicely. If it's a situation where Yorkers are required and you feel as though Yorkers are given ball on that particular day based on the conditions, then you go for it. But having said that, length bowling has worked pretty well in this tournament so far, and guys who've also been good to execute the Yorkers, have had success as well. So I guess it depends on the venue and how the conditions play.
Hi Jason, there's been some tight results, Afghanistan against India included, your result against New Zealand. Now Pakistan's got New Zealand under the cosh. Do those sort of results give you more confidence going into your last 3 games, considering you're in must-win situations? And also, can you give me your general feelings about Chris Gale's influence on the West Indies cricket setup?
Yeah, firstly, as I said, we've had some close games in our World Cup campaign so far, and it just shows, with us playing a few more scenarios a bit better, who knows what the result could have been. And we look back on the games that we've played, and we definitely didn't seize the crucial moments in certain games. And if you put it into perspective of the teams that are doing well, they're doing those good things and seizing the crucial moments within the game, and that's what's required in a tournament such as this one. And then as it relates to Chris's impact, in the squad, I think he's done a hell of a job. More so off the field and also on the field. And he's been obviously one who holds a presence in the dressing room. And the guys really look up to him, and he shared a lot of knowledge over the last couple of weeks. He's been firm when he had to be firm. And he's been honest. And I think honesty is something that should go a long way in any dressing room. And he's been good for us.
Captain, you were looked upon as someone who would take West Indies cricket to greater heights, and you started off pretty well in the tournament. Even before the tournament, you had some outstanding wins. What went wrong?
No, as I said on numerous occasions, we just didn't take the crucial moments in previous games. You know, we've had lots of close encounters. I think with the exception of the game where we were outplayed by England, I think all the other games, you know, we've been in with a chance to win them, you know, but we just didn't seize the crucial moments in those games.
Just another question about all the young batsmen in your team, Hetmeyer, Shea Hope, Evan Lewis. Darren played just one game. What are your impressions of how they've done? Because they've been on and off in the batting orders, had to move around for a bit because of injuries and the rest of it.
Yeah, injuries have definitely plagued us. But I've been proud of them so far. I think for them, it's just a matter for them to grasp batting at the international circuit. And, you know, I think Shea has done a reasonable job so far. Hetty's shown glimpses of brilliance, as well as Nicholas. So as I said, you know, it's up to them to take it deeper. You know, they've got to be the rock and soul for our team. And they've just got to set games up and learn to close them out. And great young players are great players, you know, full stop. Just, you know, they get themselves in, they set themselves up, and, you know, they go very, very big. And a guy who's done that over this tournament is Kane Williamson. You know, you just see the way he goes about his business. He sets it up and then he goes big and bats down to the very, very end.
Jason, it's my understanding that Chris Gayle has reversed his retirement and is making himself available for the Test and ODI series against India in August in the West Indies. Can you shed some light on that?
Yeah, it's just updated by Philip. You know, he didn't say anything within the dressing room, but yeah, it's great. You know, it's great for cricket. It's good to have Chris around. As I said before, you know, he's got a lot to offer still, I believe. You know, hopefully his body can hold up. You know, hopefully he could, you know, be on the cricket field a little bit longer for West Indies cricket.
Did he say if that series would then be his last series, or?
No, I said to you, yeah, I just found out as well too, so I'm not sure. I guess I got to go downstairs and have a serious conversation with him. But yeah, I mean, if he's dedicated to playing for West Indies any longer, and then I feel, you know, once is definitely going to benefit us, then we should have him around.
Jason, one more here. With Dreyras, did he decide that his body just couldn't take any more, or did the doctors have to tell him that he wouldn't get through a game?
It's a bit of both, I guess. You know, it's a situation where he's played through pain, you know, and, you know, it's gotten to a point where I guess it's a bit unbearable. And he's, you know, we've just sat down with him and, you know, he's gone through all the relevant tests and conversations with the relevant personnel, and that was just the decision that we came up with.